The Chatterbox, Soul Discernment. If walls could talk, do you hear them chatter? All the legends gathered that were slain activists. They are falling like the domino effect. If walls could talk, do you hear them chatter? They would discuss Malcolm X, Martin Luther King Jr., the Black Panther Party, Nelson Mandela, Harriet Tubman, and the rest of the Klan that risked it all in this Cold War that seems to continue. Their murders or deaths are plights entirely for our unknown humanitarian future. Heaven's pearly gates or hell and brimstone are opening. Are there streets of paved gold awaiting in the afterlife? They would ask, are Judas and his kiss on the other end of the gate pavement or bridges? Perhaps heaven and hell are all the same plane. If walls could talk, do you hear them chatter? That means that they also pray. Now breathe. Deeply as you push through the next door recognized as a phase, the American red flag is being waved. Its citizens face shadows from whose descendants, if walls could talk, do you hear them chatter? Double-faced smiles detect translucent lies, see past the transient pretense ties that do try and bind. Laughter sounds from Chucky dolls echo in the church kitchenettes form when the lights grow dim. If walls could talk, do you hear them chatter? They will share that house money does not reign here on the land. Some tribes will never arrive at the land of milk and honey. Its weather on domes and droves drives men insane. It does marvel overseas to send hell called droids, if walls could talk. Do you hear them chatter? Discussed our peoples working on the plantation in the 20th century. A large black or brown boot awaits to trample on them, except now all shades are captured in the field. Stomps are human and artificial intelligence combined with the upgraded tide. If walls could talk, do you hear them chatter? A pitch-black room opens the door to the only source of light. A voice filled the space on the other side with whispers that turn into murmurs. Those chuckles are misdiagnosed. They are screams. When sliding closer to the source of which rattling chain sighs and old Negro spirituals are heard from the walls. If walls could talk, do you hear them chatter? Once open the entryway to the other side, delusions behind coverings in the art room, masked by curtains, are illuminated, hallucinate silhouettes, happily prancing with fate at each step, conversation turn and bend. If walls could talk, do you hear them chatter? Then the door automatically shut down and locked itself. It immediately starts to rain blood from the ceiling. The walls start to brim. Boiling through cracks leak ink on wet paint, drips create candy paint, red puddles and tears on the floor. No amount of liquor or substance can drown out the voices. If walls could talk, do you hear them? Do you hear them chatter? Knock, knock. Hey, do you hear your ancestors calling? Those dry bones behind these walls are rotting. We bathe in change. Were our lives for a majority in vain? Our blood still bleeds. If walls could talk, do you hear them chatter? Ungrateful many of you are. You begged for freedom. When freedom was declared and finally considered into existence, you could have painted me a solid color or two, carpeted me and drawn on me designs for the world to see. Yet, a large portion of you is playing charades as enslaved people. A people who do not care to read, write, or vote in 2023. Therefore, leaving these walls mundane and bare. If walls could talk, do you hear them chatter? It is me. When waking in a cold sweat in the middle of the night, it could be while you are sleeping, these walls are talking. The walls chattering desire all to ascend to each individual's most significant evolution. All you have to do is be quiet and listen until your destiny is on its correct path. These walls will continue to chatter. If walls could talk, do you hear them chatter? The barriers beseech thee. Please dissect, rearrange, and resurrect yourself into new thought patterns. The old conditioning has you living in a horrific illusion. Shed your snake skin. The walls are talking, but few hear. The Chatterbox. Thank you for listening.